Okay, over here in the red, we have our Terran player second place in GSL Season 2. Can he get that far again here in GSL Season 3? Let's find out. He is the MarineKing. Over here in the blue, we have our Zerg player, very smart. Made one mistake last game and it cost him. Leenock for you. Most importantly, the eliminator of Clyde.
Yep.
The greatest player of all time, who does not win.
Poor guy.
Poor Clyde. Okay. The drone, gonna move out here.
Nice quick drone scout here.
Very early scout with the drone. Yeah. He wants to play it safe.
It's almost surprising how quick that drone scout is, to be honest.
Yeah, I want to say that was it like on 9 or something?
Yeah, I was not quite looking. I'm not even sure, but it could have been, yeah. Harass his barracks a little bit.
Now, our Terran player is also going to be thinking, well, that's strange, it's a very early drone scout.
Yeah. Sometimes that can trick your opponent into thinking it's a 6-pool or something.
Yeah.
On this map, though, well, right now 6-pool is not the greatest strategy. No. Worker AI has been greatly improved. So I would be a little bit surprised.
Uh-oh, we got a brawl here. Who's going to win? Probably the only time I can think of an appropriate moment to zoom in here.
I'm glad you found another reason
I found it.
Tasis.
He's doing a good job harassing this.
Yeah, absolutely. He's slowed a lot of SCs.
That drone is a little badass, man.
Now we do have the hatchery and spawning pool going up for Leenock.
Yep.
Looking pretty good. He knows what's going on for MarineKing so far. Barracks, and well, no gases yet. Pretty cool. I like it. He's going to float that to the island, no doubt about it.
Right here.
You know, sometimes Zergs do send an Overlord to the island. They always should, but which one? You want to have enough dotting around the map in more likely places where action is to occur, so that you can look for that.
As you can see, he's just right on the edge here. Trying to take a peek, make sure he sees if anything's going to leave. Overlord placement, so important in StarCraft. You got to be very careful.
You really need to know where to put him. Now I'm interested what type of build he's going to go for after expanding here. Because we've seen a few builds similar to this. Some people tech, some people upgrade, some people go Marines. In fact, MarineKing did something like this against Nestea in the finals last time, where Nestea just kind of made roaches and banes and busted him as he was powering a little bit too hard. I wonder if it's going to be a similar build to that, with a couple of engineering bays being made at that choke. Could be. Seems to like that build on this map.
Certainly could be the case.
Oh, there's
double
double
eBay.
engineer bay.
Double eBay.
Well, there you go. It's beautiful, Tasis.
Double eBay all the way. Now we have the command center coming over here. Now, this strat was used, at least the command center floating strat, was used a lot more in the beta. People kind of stopped doing it.
Well, the thing is, Zerg is going to get Mutalisks, and eventually he's going to break through that island unless you build a billion turrets.
Yeah, what you want to do is, I'm curious, but here's the big question actually. Is he going to get an orbital command? He is. Okay. I was thinking he might want to get a planetary since he has the E-base done. Because even a planetary with some turrets, it's pretty hard to kill.
You know, I think he's kind of banking on maybe a 1-1 timing rush or a 2-2. Last time it was a 2-2, and Leenock's sending a very fast Overlord.
He sees it.
Yeah, he's going to see that and be like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here.
You can see Leenock Foyu, 3 queens here.
Yeah, droning up beautifully. Drone count rises and rises and rises. And it is time for him to tech up and make a bunch of barracks.
Yeah, I do like this wall here. All heavy buildings.
Yeah. Now,
no way Banelings are going to get through that.
Notice up on this island, we do see the Overlord sitting off to the side. This could mean he wants to throw up a Nidus, a very fast Nidus. We will see when the layer finishes.
Now he is within vision here.
Yeah. But there is a place you can put that Nidus to the left of the Overlord where the command center won't see. You know, that may be something he wants to go ahead and try. And if he does get some Zerglings over there, it's really going to mess up the expansion of MarineKing if he does not have any medevacs out.
All right, we see a starport on the way.
Yep. His 1-1 is actually almost done. That is so fast.
Yeah, this is really interesting, this build. He'll probably push when he has +2 attack, +2 armor.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going for. And look at that, building the supply depot, watching for any Nidus worms. Smart move by MarineKing. Now, we do have a Baneling nest and a Spire going up, as well as that third hatchery.
Note he's putting most of the tech over here instead of in the main because this location is much less droppable.
That's very true. You know, I love that third hatchery so quickly. It's becoming more and more popular in Zerg vs. Terran, especially because of how many Zerglings and Banelings people want to make against the very marine-heavy unit compositions that we're seeing from Terrans right now.
Note the Terran is going to get a Viking first.
Send those Overlords out of there. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Bully all the Overlords up the map because as you can see, guys, he's got Overlords all over the place, just spotting for anything.
Scrap Station is a great map for that, so can't blame him. Also, that's going to stop any Niduses that may want to go up. Doesn't have any vision to lay them down.
Probably do a little bit of scouting. The Spire's almost done, though. In fact, now it basically is done. So he's going to have a great chance to try to take out this expansion.
That's right, and a bunch of mutas being made, 7. So what happens when you don't pressure Zerg very much? They can get 4 gas up very quickly and pop out a million billion mutas when that Spire does finish. A million billion, of course, being 7.
The Zerg's going to take the gold base down here.
I love that against the island expansion. That's, you know, with the island expansion up there, he really doesn't have any forward position on the map to work with, and it's just far away to actually go down there.
Now this expansion is just not particularly well covered. Oh, I didn't see this 4th thread here, excuse me. But he will be able to get this depot and possibly put a Nidus Worm here.
I'm kind of doubting the Nidus Worm by now. You know, he's getting the Mutalisk attack, the Baneling speed, using up a lot of gas.
I just can't believe he wouldn't Nidus. You know, it's like so easy to take this out if it's an orbital.
Yeah, you know, you put a Nidus over there, you can pop out some Banelings, and along with your Mutas, he's not going to be able to drop the island. It is a good move. It would definitely be able to take out that expansion, I'd say, once you do have the Mutas up. It is 300 gas, so.
You can see he's trying to force MarineKing into stim. MarineKing is not going to bite.
Yeah, we see very few Terrans right now that refuse to sim very much.
Tons of Zerg units here.
That's right.
It's looking pretty good for Enoch Foyu. This is definitely going to be a different game than our previous one.
Oh, certainly is. Now you can see the upgrades. 2-2 is getting pretty close. The Muta's coming over now. We have a Viking still flying around.
Now,
Depot Tasteless, we do have the Nidus going up.
Uh-oh. And somehow this Nidus Worm tunneling through space.
Yes. And there you go. There are the Banelings we were talking about. Beautiful move here by Leenock. This is going to be pretty much impossible for MarineKing to stop. Definitely going to kill his expansion.
Meanwhile,
but MarineKing is moving out.
And he's going to go for the gold.
He's going to have 2-2, so Leenock's going to be pretty careful.
All right, he's going to be over here. I don't believe there's any way that the Zerg can reclaim this expansion.
Yeah, not looking like it. Tasteless, though, look at this. The Mutas and Zerglings counterattacking right now. That is what you do when you take the gold. It's so far away that while they walk to it, you go and counter, see what you can do. Now, doesn't look like he's going to be able to break through here. Oops.
This expansion taken out.
Stim over here. Those are 2-2 Marines right now. You do not want to be attacking those with your Mutalisks. Amazing upgrades right now on MarineKing. And here we go.
Oh, he's got to split perfectly here.
Baneling's just going in, hitting everything. And Marine Prime not able to micro well enough there. A bunch of Zerglings, a bunch of speed Banelings on the creep, and the Mutalisks all add up to a bunch of dead 2-2 Marines. Well, he is going to go ahead and take that natural expansion, but he's well behind at this point, Tasteless. Let's take a look at these supplies. It is 70 to 110. Leenock in the lead.
All right, this is getting pretty brutal. This is finally he has an expansion up again. This is a situation you just don't want to be in. I heard a Nidus worm
Here
somewhere.
it is.
Aha!
Up on the ledge, and he can just pop out a couple banelings and roll them down the cliff, hit the SCVs, do a lot of damage. Look at this, a beautiful harassment technique. And this is, even though it didn't do a lot right there,
that was really smart.
This is the way to use Nidus, everyone. I mean,
yeah.
It's not an answer to kill people with normally, but in a situation like this, that is some great harassment.
Well, this is going to be, I think, almost impossible for MarineKing to recover from. Zerg now double expanding.
Yeah. He's just getting a huge amount of supply right now.
Terran wants to attack again. He just wasn't able to micro very well, but I don't know, there's so many banelings here.
Yeah, there's so many
banelings. Excuse me, I just set that to his vision there.
And the Mutalisks do have that +1 attack, so that helps out. +2 is on the way. The Marines want to go through this smaller area. Less flankage.
Meanwhile, he is going to open up this entrance. Now, once these rocks are gone, they can't be replaced, which means that you know, he's going to be at risk of having to be counterattacked instantly if he makes any mistakes here.
Yeah, so micro perfectly.
Here he comes.
The Speedlings just trapping a group of Marines as the Banelings roll in, and then withdrawing. Beautiful move right there. That's what he's going to want to do over and over and over. You have to trap them. And while they run away, hit them with the Mutalisks as well. And MarineKing not able to micro against his too many units. Wow, Leenock just crushing right through. You know, against this many Banelings, I feel like, you know, even if you have the best Marine micro in the world, you need support units.
Well, I mean, eventually it's not even about micro, it's about math. I mean, you just have too many. It doesn't matter how good you are at controlling.
Yeah.
You just get overrun.
The Marines can't run forever, Tasteless.
This is not 300. So he's just, you know, simply put, he's made too many mistakes, and the Banelings can be replenished too easily.
That's right. Does not have any upgrades on those Speedlings or Banelings, though. So the Speedlings mostly are not going to really do damage, but slow the Marines down, surround them, stop them from running, so the Banelings can actually connect.
All right, we got a Marine ball moving out now. Uh-oh. Because we have a group of Mutalisks that are going to come in here.
Yep.
This turret can't be repaired as easily because it's in the back of the minerals.
And the Marines are coming out, but that's not a whole lot of Marines. It's less and less Marines every single time. I hear another...
Nidus worm again
yeah,
over
it's
here.
up there. But here we go, Tasteless. Marines somehow in front, but there are just too many units. How are you going to target those Banelings? And MarineKing, I think, is going to have to give up pretty quickly here, Tasteless. He's just getting further and further behind.
He might actually need a GG soon. I mean, there's just almost no way to recover from this.
Actually, Leenock right now, his main base, Tasteless, is mined out, but he's not sending the drones.
Oh, what is this?
So
like
if we take a look
map?
at his third and his fourth, he's actually not mining from them.
What is he doing?
I think the pressure has actually hit him.
Oh my
this
God.
might be quite bad, but pretty sick move going on down here.
Uh-oh.
A lot of Banelings being morphed. He's going to be able to take out all those SCVs very easily at the expansion of MarineKing.
I can't emphasize what a huge blunder, while he's moving him now, this was.
Yeah, you really need to keep your economy going, but his economy has not been kept going, so MarineKing is actually catching up supply-wise, even though he hasn't really been killing units. And beautiful.
My God.
Wow.
OMG. WTF.
MarineKing cannot be happy with that.
MarineKing probably thinking FML.
Oh, definitely thinking FML.
Definitely thinking FML right then.
And look at this. Trying to micro against all these Banes. There are too many, though. Leenock cleans that up. And here we go. He has +3 attack now. Even more deadly than before.
These are pretty tough Marines. It would really behoove MarineKing if he could get this expansion.
That's right. But looks like there may be too many Banes here.
Yeah.
And the Muta's cleaning up. Getting the Medivacs even. Very nice moves there. But at this point, it is looking like MarineKing just is out of gas. And I don't mean Vespine gas. He's just out of momentum. You know, you can't just make Marines. And
oh wait, this is
nice. Look at that, just running him around, abusing mobility. But you know, as I was saying, Tastes, you know, even a few Marauders could have helped out this game to help tank some of those Banelings up in front. But again, there's been so many Zerglings. Leenock has been very far ahead ever since Nidusing that expansion.
Well, as long as his gold base stays up, there's just nothing that can go wrong. He has creep pushed all the way over here. I have to admit, though, I do think the Zerg could have done a better job about spreading out the creep tumors.
Yeah.
This game, if I could criticize the Zerg, even though he's doing so well.
Well, you know, he also didn't send drones away to mine at his other expansions. He's really been very busy with his mutas and his Banelings, trying to micro them correctly. A lot of pressure on. You know, not playing completely perfectly, but playing quite well all the same. Look at that. Banelings just cleaning up the rest of MarineKing's units. And GG, 1-1. Leenock ties it up.
Leenock could still do this. Don't forget to submit questions for these guys.
Definitely.
So Artosis can ask him. Artosis, the Larry King Live. The, oh, I forgot the other interview I was going to call you. Not Barbara Walters. You're better than her.
Thanks.
She's nothing compared to you, Artosis. You're my number one, Artosis.
Wow. You are such a fan.
I'm such a fan.
Well, it's 1-1. Two very good players going at it. Both of them making, you know, some mistakes here.
Yeah.
Not the biggest mistakes, but if MarineKing was relying upon that expansion so much, then he probably... One second, I gotta join the game. He probably should have just dropped one medevac's worth of Marines on the island. Would have been able to hold it completely, unless instead of losing half of his economy to a quick Nidus war. Yeah. And, of course, the first game, Leenock just not scouting that back path. So it's the smallest things they are making mistakes on. He didn't think a Nidus was coming. He built like the depot.
It's not a perfect game. It's not a perfect game.
So
what is my hair doing? What is this thing with my hair? Sorry, I've just been noticing in the previous reading. Carry on. Sorry. I'm listening to everything you say. I just noticed something weird with my hair. I'm sorry, Artosis.
ADD tasteless.
Can we start the cast over?
No. But yeah, they're both playing very well, but very small mistakes, and they are both capitalizing upon these mistakes so strongly, and that's when you know you have two very high-level players.
Yeah.
When you actually, there's a mistake. Oh, you're not watching for Nidus. Oh, you're not scouting this back path. And then you just win because of that. Both of them, I mean, MarineKing won instantly off of using that back path that Leenock forgot to scout, and then Leenock got a big enough lead off of Nidusing the island that MarineKing couldn't come back.
Yeah. That is actually a good point.
Yeah.
Well, the final map is going to be Jungle Basin. This is a map where, at the very start, you know, it's a little bit Zerg-friendly, but then once you get to the mid-game and late game, it can be tough. So we do know that Enoch has pretty solid mid-game and late game, but so does MarineKing, so this is going to be interesting.
All right, well, Leenock, he is determined, tasteless. The next map is Jungle Basin, a map that Zergs have had a very hard time against Terrans on. We've seen some close, good tries, but it seems like if Terran just kind of waits and uses siege tanks well as he pushes out, it's going to be extremely hard
so we have
for
Japanese fans
for Zerg to actually get through there.
Yeah.
But MarineKing doesn't really like siege tanks. So if we don't see any siege tanks, because that's kind of why this map becomes so good for Terran.
Yeah,
you know, if it's just Marines,
tanks, then just engage with the Marines. He's doing kind of like the SK Terran style in Starcraft 1. Starcraft 1 that was...
Except he doesn't use Ravens, so...
Yeah, but it's close. I mean,
it's very close.
You know, in SK style in Starcraft 1 was
Marine medic,
science vessels, no tanks.
Yeah.
And basically you just get this big blob of units, and we're kind of seeing that in this case with MarineKing, closest thing I could think of to SK. The countdown started, so get ready for some TVZ action here on the map Jungle Basin.